Welcome back to another fantastic Monday. Today we are going to walk through Bitmex. I am going to show you guys all of the basic mechanics and then the more in-depth mechanics of the platform. Now, when I started using Bitmex, it took me a while to understand exactly how everything worked and how to realize an actual profit by trading on the platform. I'm going to walk you through all of that, and then we're going to dive into some strategies that can be employed to ensure that you get consistent profits. Now, if you aren't already aware of what Bitmex is, it's a crypto trading platform that allows you to take leverage positions. So basically borrow Bitcoin, establish position, and then sell it when the market is higher or buy it when the market is lower to make higher profit margins. And now here we are, greeted by the Bitmex interface. So as you can see, I'm currently in the Bitcoin section under the perpetual contracts. If we click the little question mark here, a perpetual contract is essentially a contract that does not expire, and each contract is worth 1 USD of Bitcoin. Now, there are also funding payments that are sent out, so basically longs pay shorts. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, TRG, what exactly is a long? What exactly is a short? Well, I'll explain. Now, I have 3 long positions open here. Now, what a long is when I'm betting, essentially, that the price of Bitcoin will increase. Okay, so if the price is 5041.5, my established position is 5,039.50. So I said that at 5,039.50 cents, the price would increase. And it is currently 5,041.5. which makes for this much profit in BTC. Now, if you aren't already aware, XBT is BTC. It's just a derivative moniker. And now the thing is when you establish a position on Bitmex, there is a fee for every position that you do establish. Okay? So, as you can see here, my realized P&L, which is basically my profit or net loss, is 0.0019 XBT since I established this position. And it's usually always going to be negative because there is a fee associated with establishing that position. So as you can see, this is the fee that I paid to put my position up. Now, if I hover over this, I can see exactly what the profit is going to be if I closed my position right now at market value. Now, if I closed it at the actual mark price, then I would get more profit because the mark price is a higher price than the actual price it is right now. Now, these are very different values, and we need to establish what the difference exactly is. Now, the mark price is basically what the exchanges are selling the asset for. Now, this is the mark price here. The above price here is the price that it's going for on the Bitmex platform. So if I close my position now at 5041.5, then I will get less profit than if I closed it at the mark price. Now, generally, if the mark price is higher, then the Bitmex price will follow as soon as the contracts are sold or bought on the platform itself. So this is very, very important because when I started on this platform, I used to close positions based on the return on equity value I see here without hovering over it. So as you can see, if I close this position right now, according to mark price, I would get 0.0056. But since the Bitmex platform is not at the total mark price, I would actually get 0.0022 XBT. Okay, which is just a little bit higher than the fees that I paid to establish this position. So this is very critical, and I definitely want you guys to take note of this if you do plan to start trading on this platform. Now, please also note that nothing that I am saying here is financial advice. I'm just going over my personal experiences, what I've learned, and providing that information to you in hopes that it is helpful. Now, this is for the XBT USD perpetual contract. Now, it's also important to note that there are other contracts that are not perpetual and they expire at a certain date. And you can see them at the top here. Okay? So, for this example, we're going to use June 28th. So this contract expires June 28th. Every order in the order book will be dropped essentially by June 28th, but you can still trade it now because we're before June 28th, right? So as you can see, I do have a position established on this contract, so XBTM 19, and I've entered in at 5,019 and 83 cents. Now, the current price of the asset is 5,028.5. Now, you can see my profit, it is 0.0083. So I'm 16% up on my trade. I said that the price would go up at 5,019, and it has. Okay? Now, you can see the fee that's associated with this as well, 0.0038. So if I subtract the fee that I see here with my profit, that will determine what my net profit is. Now, it's very important to note, again, when you do hover over your return on equity, that will show you what your true P&L will be if you exit that position right now. Okay, so again, very important to note. Now, how do you close a position? Well, I'll show you guys. Basically, you have two options. One, you can go to your close positions portion here and then enter in your close price. So say I wanted to close this right now at current price. I can take this value, insert it here, click close, and then I will be in the order book, okay? And once I'm in the order book, if somebody buys my contracts, I'm out of my position and I receive the full profit, as you can see here, minus my fee, which is also here. Okay, so that is essentially how to close a position right there. Now, you can also close it at market, but the problem is that your fees that are associated, the taker fees associated with this, are taken, so you will receive a little bit less. They do charge a little bit when you close at market, so definitely note that. That's why I like to close based on the price that I enter here. Now, it's also very important to set stop losses if you are not active on the platform. So say you're about to go to bed. How do you stop yourself from losing large amounts of Bitcoin? Well, let's go through it. The first thing that you want to do is you want to establish a stop market, okay? So now, say I want to establish a stop market for this. Say the price drops drastically and it goes under 5,019, which is my entry price. Well, if it does go under, you start losing Bitcoin. Now, it doesn't get taken from your wallet. It only gets taken once your position is closed or liquidated. Now, your liquidation price is here. And essentially what this means is if the price of the asset drops down to the liquidation price, then everything in your wallet, so you can see I have 1.1 BTC, is liquidated. So what that means is the platform takes everything in your wallet. Now, what are the odds that the asset price drops down to 4,200? Well, you and I both know it's very, very minimal, right? So I have very low risk in that regard because it's very unlikely that the price of the asset will drop that low, right? So, but say I don't want to lose much or for whatever reason, I want to establish a stop loss. Well, I can establish that here. So the size of my contract is 25,000. So I'll put that value in here and say I want to set a stop price of 5,000. So now if the price of the asset goes to 5,000, then I'll set my sell stop and then it will close my position at that point in time. So I'll click sell. Now I have a stop. So now essentially what that means is if the asset price goes down to 5,000, it'll close my position automatically, and then I no longer have a loss that would be below that. So if Bitcoin went to 4,800, it doesn't matter. My stop would have triggered triggered, and then it would have closed my position at 5,000 right as soon as it hit it. Okay, now I don't want to do that. I'm pretty comfortable with my positions, and I kind of want to see how they go. As you can see, XBTM is up big time. So that is essentially how the platform works. Now, I do want to go over a few more things because there are limit orders, which is how you establish a position in the first place, right? So say I want to establish a position right now. Well, what I can do is I can buy long 50 contracts, so $50 worth, and then I can set the price. So it's 50.36. So I'll type that in right now, and I can buy long if I want to, and it will create a position for me, as you can see below. But say you want to adjust your leverage, you can select it here and then establish your positions based on that. Now, what that does is it increases the size of your position, so it makes it really, really big. But your liquidation price is also increased or decreased based on your order, whether you're buying long or you're selling short, right? So if you were to do, say, 50 times leverage, then your liquidation price would be $50 under the current price right now. And what that means is your liquidation price is much, much more likely to hit, and it will liquidate everything in your account. So you have to be very, very careful when using leverage. As you can see, for all of my positions, I have about a 13, 14 times leverage. So it's very low. I do cross trading because it's lower risk than everything else, right? If I've had it before where when I first started this, I put in some money and I tried out the 100 times leverage, and it ended up being disastrous. I got very, very close to liquidation. It was a small amount of money, and I was trying out the platform, but I don't recommend that sort of risk for anybody. Okay? So this is something very important to note. Now, during the time that I've been making this video, you can see that all of my trades are profitable at this point. So I'm 0.0102, 0.0160, 0.0086. That's like $250 Bitcoin right there worth if I were to close my positions right now, approximately. Okay, so that is how to establish a position, how to set a stop loss, and what to look for when you're looking at profitability in your trades. Okay? Now, the other thing that I recommend is, based on your portfolio, I highly suggest that your trades are approximately, I'm comfortable with 1.5% of my portfolio. So if I'm going to do some trading, I'll do 1.5% for my position size, and then I'll do some what's called cost averaging. Okay? So say I establish my position right now at 50.47, and it goes up to 50.60, right? Then I'll establish another position of the same size, which puts up my entry price, because I've established a position on the bottom, the lower price, and then I've established a position on the higher price. Okay, so then my entry price is now in the middle. It's no longer at the bottom and it's no longer at the top, but it's in the middle. So what that does is it reduces the loss that I see from that price being higher, right? So cost averaging is a very, very powerful tool to have in your belt as a trader. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind and set your stop losses at relevant values. Now, I'm not going to show any charting or trending analysis today. I'm going to save that for another video, but I really just wanted to get everybody involved with this platform and how to establish a position, how to close your position, and also evaluate what your profit is on your trades. Okay? So if you guys have any questions about what I've explained here today, drop them in the comments. I will get back to you. I plan on doing some live streams probably later in this week or next week on Bitmex trading. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I hope this helps. If you are looking to get into the Bitmex platform, remember, if you're just starting out, use lower position sizes. Don't try to use, throw lots of money at it, because chances are you will lose it very fast. Right? So this is more of a high risk sort of situation to generate profit. But if you do it right, then you can be profitable, just like you've seen in this video for my position sizes. Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I hope this helps. And again, if you guys have any questions, toss them down below. And if you found that I did help, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, stay regular.